Oregon Trail board game, Journey to the Willamette Valley. In this video, I'm going to talk about hunting. There are a couple of ways to gain food on the Oregon Trail board game, Journey to the Promised Land. One of them is to hunt. And so there are a few different hunting. The way that you can tell if they are hunting, if you can hunt, is if they have this little tree symbol on it. So each of these have a tree symbol, and so any of these could be used for hunting. Okay, so I'm going to explain how the hunting works. So if you were on the game and someone had placed either one of these tiles that has a tree in it on it, and it has to be connected, just watch the video on how to play to see how these tiles are laid out and set up. But if you had that down, say that it was at the very beginning we had done that. Either one of these you can, and I'm going to move it over just for the sake so you can see it. Either one of these a person can go hunting in. Now if it's a white one, what that means is it's winter. And so you have to have winter clothes, otherwise all of your family members upon entering that will each lose a health point. If you had a hitchhiker with you, then they would die, and so you would lose them. So what happens, say your wagon has traveled along from tile to tile and has finally come to a hunting space, and you want to hunt for food. Every player starts out with a pistol, and the way the pistols work is you choose any number, 1 through 6. And so the most common are 3 or 4. And so if I put it here, then you would have another player turn over the card and not show it to you, and you could say, okay, I picked 4, and then they would tell you if you missed. That would be one action. If you wanted to continue, remember you have up to 3 actions total each turn. If you wanted to use all of your actions or another action, you could choose to move it to another number, and then they would look and they would say miss, or they'd say hit. And then you would go on. So we're going to go ahead and turn over. In this case it was a 5, so both of those were a miss, and once the player sees it, they have to discard it. So you don't show it until you know that they're done. You have an option. You can use the compass. If you had a compass in your wagon already, then you could choose to say, I'm going to use my compass. Your compass then would be discarded at the end of this turn, but what the benefit is you get to look at the card, and then you would immediately get to place your pistol there, and then you would get however many of food that are shown. Different things have different amounts. So deer has 3, a squirrel has 4, rabbit has 2, bison has 5, and then I believe there's one more, a bear has 6. That and then is everything that you would be able to hunt for. You have to be able to store them in your wagon. Say that you got more than what will fit in a wagon, then you would have to discard the remaining. Let me explain to you how a shotgun works. The pistol you have to place on individual numbers. So I could say I want to put a pistol on a 1, but I want to put my shotgun on the targets between numbers. So this shotgun counts as a 3 or a 4, and this as a 1. So if that was the numbers I chose, then another player would turn over a card and not show it to the player, and then they would say, in this case, because it's a 2, they would say miss. And so then that player, if they wanted to use another action, they could come and say, okay, I'm going to do it between 5 and 6, and I'm going to choose number 2, because so far they did 1, 3, and 4, so the only numbers left, and that would give them an absolute hit, and then they would get 3 food. So that is how a pistol works. Your shotgun, pistol has to be on a direct number. A shotgun is on a target between 2 numbers and covers both of those numbers. And a compass allows you to look at the card before you place your pistol or shotgun or combination. You can have any number of pistols or shotguns. And then after you use this compass, you have to discard it.